Hello, everybody. We are back with regular Hollow Knight. I know its differences. Well, let's play like one, and then we'll play another one. Sorry, I kinda was... Fuck. Okay. And then ascended. What's the difference? Okay, so he summons the ghosts. In fact, has the very... like, his moveset almost reminds you of the Hollow Knight, right? Fuck. Okay, well, we get forced by Ascended version. Doesn't mean we can't try it again. One thing... So before this, I was watching like a new episode on Critcast, where they read like a horror story. And I was kind of like getting confused over like the horror story, because it was simply like a little bit non-linear, and I was like, that's just confused. I'm like not sure what the fuck's happening. Also, they had like a lot of people in the story, so I kind of get lost because of all the names, like who's which brother, you know. So like I get very confused. And also the video is like 3 hours. It's like a very long video. Okay, so he's ascended the fact that he does like 2 points of damage instead of regular. Fuck. What's it called? Hold on a second. Steady body might need to be removed. That's too much. I don't think I'm gonna beat all of them on Ascended, because all of them on like higher difficulty, all the bosses on higher difficulty. I'm just gonna beat as many as I can. Fuck. I'm just gonna beat as many as I can before to be able to challenge well, what's his name? Radiance. Fuck. Okay. And then there is Radiant. What's the difference between... What the fuck? Excuse me? Excuse me, what? Sir? Sir? What? Wait a minute. Excuse me? wait a minute. What? What the fuck was that? Excuse me, sir? Wait a minute. So it just one-shots you on Radiant? You need to be like non-hit. I will not beat any boss on Radiant if it's like requires you to not get hit at all. Damn, okay. Okay, I didn't expect that. Wow. Like literally just any hit kills you instantly. That's not for me. I'm sorry. I'm not that good. That's like I'm not gonna beat any one of them on Radiant. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is level of challenge that simply is not within my grasp. Yes. So, does it count for this one, right? That's what they're doing it for? No? No. What do we... I assume... No. Soul Warrior, okay. There is no way I have to beat all of them on Radiant to qualify, right? Wait. Hollow Knight. Got Home Radiance. Unlock. What do I need to do to unlock Radiance? There's no way I need to beat it all in... Because otherwise it's like I can't do it. I'm sorry. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so how about Hollow Knight got home? Because I think I'm getting lost. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. Okay, I think I understand how it works. Okay, wow. Okay, so hold on a second. So that means to unlock this room, I need to go through all the boss fights while having all the bindings on. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, that would be like a bitch to unlock. In the meantime, we're just gonna run through like all the challenges. I think I'm gonna like... Wait, so it all said that there's supposed to be like Radiance here already. Is it like behind this room? No. I know, I'm missing somehow Radiance. Which I assume I only can... Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Refought here an unlimited number of times with 3 different difficulties, attuned and Radiant Gradient. When new statue of a boss has just been unlocked, the circle outside the Hall of Gods and to the upper right of the door glows. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's a live blood room. Located at the bottom of floor, first area within God Home, to the left. Notch total number of bindings earned collected throughout Pantheon. Completing Pantheon with all bindings. Okay. Reaching the first major notch opens the door and grants live blood masks when partaking in Pantheon. While reaching consecutive major notches increases the number of live blood masks granted. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, okay. I think I figured out generally how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to beat all these fucking bastards. And then you fucking can you like reach? Okay. Cannot reach there for some reason. Oh wait, I have double jump, I forgot, yeah. I was kinda getting confused. Yeah, and then it unlocks this. And you just need to beat enough bosses for this to unlock. Makes sense. You know, now that I look at this guy on the right, he kind of looks like Sharma after... I mean, that, I guess, spoiler for Silksong. There is like a moment where he equips like a food. He kind of looks like it. So what's the difference? Wait. So there is a difference. Guess sure, why not? We beat him so many times by now, like we should be able to just clutch this. You know, very controversial video been going around lately. Apparently, so like the video that sparked a lot of debate starts with the woman explaining that she was an Uber driver, and while leaving off like food at one of the locations, she found an open or like cracked open door, and as she found it, she either opened it further or just didn't open it and just looked inside, and what she behold and saw is a naked man, or at the very least from the video, a half naked man, Um, half naked, half like I think under a blanket. Half naked man laying on the couch, not awake. Like just to specify, he was not like out there, you know, laying on the couch, stroking his dick, you know. He was not paying attention to her at the time, and she classified that as sexual harassment, sexual abuse, and said she's a victim, and that sparked controversy online with people going like, well, did she in fact suffer any abuse, or is the guy in fact the one that should be like out here pressing charges for her entering his house and then like filming him passed out naked? Because some people were on the woman's side, where they're like, I mean, legally speaking, even if you're inside of your own house, but you're like visible to the public naked, you are technically under like a like exposing yourself. Like you could be stroking your dick in your own house, pointing outwards, and if somebody like filmed that and like showed it to police, you would be in trouble. That's just plain as day. But some other piece of information came out of the fact that the reason he was passed out on the couch is because he was passed out drunk. So while he might be in the wrong, there could be like defend the fact that he was under the influence and inside of his own house. So it wasn't like a public, like it was like an oopsie daisy. But promptly, the woman got fired from her job as an Uber driver. Like Uber delivery, whatever. Whatever you classify that part is. So she got fired, and apparently the reason she even uploaded to TikTok, it wasn't like the first thought that she had is like upload it to TikTok and then like make bank. Apparently the first thought was to talk to Uber Eats and be like, yo, like the guy was exposing himself, and then they fired her, which is in my personal opinion, I mean, that is definitely flagged on Uber Eats because of like, but also again, like in that video, like I can kind of understand like from the guy's side, you know, like if I was because I definitely like if I'm like alone, I enjoy being naked as much as any other person. And so if I was alone at home and I was like, yum, Uber Eats, I don't know, I don't feel like cooking, which would be pretty rare. And then I was also drunk enough to pass out. And then somebody like filmed me through a door and was like, yo, that motherfucker naked inside of his own house. I would be pretty fucking pissed. I would be like, yo. I'm like out here just trying to get the meal. Like, yeah, I was drunk, whatever. So you can either fight them ascended or non-ascended. That's not ascended. I mean like yeah, that was a good fight. That fight barely even struggled. But technically, you don't need to like fight them attuned first and then like go for ascend. You can just fight them ascended immediately, right? There's no particular point going to attuned and then ascended, right? That doesn't make sense. And here's a crazy thing from me. It's the fact that, technically speaking, the girl did not do anything wrong. I assume, I have like an assumption that, strictly speaking, as a female driver, there's probably a bunch of guys out there who's like, well, you brought me my meal, how about should I give you a sausage and 2 eggs, you know, like she's probably encounters those plenty. It just, I think in this specific case, because she encountered those cases plenty, she had not expected that this was nothing. There was no like thought process behind it. The guy was just drunk and he wanted a meal, and then he passed out while waiting for the meal. Maybe if you took like less than 30 minutes to deliver his meal, he would be, you know, he would be out there with pants on. Or maybe he would still be like pants off, and then he would be like, yo, would you like a... What the fuck? Serious? What kind of fucking place is this? This is like bullshit over here, what? Son of a bitch. I don't think I'm gonna fight this, but like what? You kidding me right now? Like, this is way more of like a challenge than simply fight. Like I get that, like, I get that she's like not a super hard boss, but like at the same time, this is like bullshit. What? The fuck is this? I might not wanna fight this guy. Those things. I'm willing to fight this guy too. Ah, okay. Really? We defeated him by like... I mean, that... I don't know. You serious right now? The fuck? I get that they get like a special treatment, but this is like too special treatment, guys. Like this is like a little bit too much. Oh, you fucking kidding me right now? That's fucking bullshit. Nah, bro, you gotta be fucking kidding me right now. The fuck? Oh no, I'm not. I think I'm gonna skip all of these guys for now. Let's pick like a easier target. That's something I know. This is some bullshit. Okay, there's no way they made like challenge who's got it like that much challenging, right? Like there's no way it's like that much harder. Essential. I mean, if he spams the same attack over and over again, that's, I guess, it would make it harder. Fuck. I think we can do it. I think with Zoto we might have a chance. God damn it. Okay, that was pretty bad. Damn, can we even like beat any bosses in here on Ascended? I feel like it shouldn't be like that difficult, but somehow it is. Here I go again on my own. Did he fucking eat 4 healths in one go? Fuck. He does kill me like in like 2 hits, right? Yeah, he does fucking need 4 hits. Holy shit. 4 Mask of Challenge? That's fucking crazy. Fuck. Maybe I went for like a heal up anyway. My fault. Okay. What's the difference? Why is he such different depending on the... Okay. Is it because he's like two? There's 2 of him. Okay. Quirky, I guess. You know what's crazy? I already said that I'm like following a lot of like YouTube, like I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos where like cops clearly like break the law, and you know, you watch enough of those videos and it really like stops being you really like stop like, you know, you watch enough videos like that, and in some cases you really just go like, wait a minute, okay, hold up, I know that police still like broke the law at the end of the day, but like the guy was really like uncooperative. Like the guy was clearly like looking for trouble here, because the video, like I watched like 2 videos today. One where it's like a police officer beats the fuck out of schizophrenic guy until he literally like died in a hospital. And that one, obviously, like, the cops are in the wrong, because the guy was clearly, like, mentally not there. And they beat the fuck out of him, and then just were like... And then he died in the hospital, and they're like, we are looking for any information about this case. If you... Yeah, I think the information I can provide you is that you killed the guy. Like, it's pretty clear there. But like another video I watched, so like a woman called in that like she saw a guy rummaging next to her property, and the guy was her neighbor. It was a guy who literally lived next to her, and that's why he was rummaging next to her property. He was rummaging on his property. What the fuck? You kidding me right now? Anyway, so he was just clearing up his own property, and that's why you could find him rummaging around his property. And then the police got... So she called the police, right? And the police were like, okay, well, what the fuck are you doing here right now? And he's like, I'm just working on my property. And then they're like, you sure it's your property? You're working, you say, right? You sure you're not just a homeless guy out here fucking squatting? He's like, no, I'm like married with kids. like I got kids, like that's like, I got kids that I'm gonna drive to like what's it called? I got kids that I'm gonna like drive to school like in a couple of hours. Like it's a... And then they pretty much insisted the entire time like oh no, you're probably homeless. And then they would like ask him like, oh, where do you live? Like if you live here, what's the address? Can you tell the address, please? And he's like, no. And then they're like, okay, can you like tell us your like name or something? And he's like, no. And like I get that like the reason cops do like the name thing, which I didn't know before. Like one time I got asked for an ID, and I was like, I don't have my ID on like, to be fair, I was kind of like very suspicious at the time when they asked me for my ID, because I was it was like 5 in the morning. I was out for a run, and the police was like, yo, we were passing by and we saw you running. And it's like 5 in the morning. I'm like, can you like tell us you were like if you're perhaps like, to be fair, they did explain to me actually why they needed the AD. They were like, we need to find out if you're like perhaps a criminal, or like a fucking psychiatric ward is missing a patient or something. I'm like, okay, here's my name. They're like, nothing here. I guess good. I'm glad to know I'm not currently searched for. Nobody's currently looking for me in like psychiatric wards. And so I know like usually when cops ask you for your ID, they will not even like tell you that, but like the cops that I was encountering in Germany were like polite enough to explain it. Is that they're trying to search if you have like some sort of crime on you. So if you have like some sort of prior, you might want to not give your ID out willy-nilly to police. But if you're like on your property, and like in this case again, you don't even need to give your ID because they were like immediately like asking for ID. They were asking like, yo, can you like give us your name? So well, I get like the guy didn't want to like give his identification, but he could have said like, yeah, we're right now at like, I don't know, fucking Buttfuckers 3000 Street, and I own this property, so maybe, so maybe please get off my property, and then they would be like, well, fucking, you do know the address, like. And they might have not probably like stopped at that because they probably could have just went like, well, you still need to give us your name or whatever. But like, I don't even know what exactly the motherfucker would be like afraid of. Because again, like yeah, usually the reason they search you for ID and like you have to like give them your name and ID is because they want to like find out if you have like priors. But like if you're on your property, right, and you didn't do anything illegal in the past, you can give them your ID and they're gonna be like, fuck, you are registered at this property, and then you go, okay, now get the fuck out of my property. And that's when they probably will try to beat your ass for it, and because the police, for their reason, are very insecure about people disrespecting them. So even if you're at your property, they will like try to put you in jail for like telling them to go fuck themselves. And what ends up happening is that they will book you in, and that's when you sue them because they entered your property and arrested you for literally fucking nothing. Fuck. That one wasn't kind of. I honestly don't get where this like insecurity was in like all these police officers come from. Like, do they like join police because they're insecure, or do they become insecure if they're a police officer and somebody like disrespects them? Somebody goes like, I don't Like you're on my property, get the fuck off, and then they beat the fuck out of you because they're like, how dare you? You dare challenge my authorities? I mean, on this channel, I watched like a video of like an old school police officer talking about how like police has changed over the years, trying to like not beat the fuck out of minorities without a reason, and how essentially many police officers immediately felt challenged because black people were like speaking against them, because they were like booking in a guy, and black people who were distrusting of police for pretty fair reasons were like, yo, like, are you like arresting him for an actual crime or just because he's black? There was also this video I watched today where like a judge broke into the man's house. Well, breaking in is not exactly correct, because usually, sometimes, judges can walk with the police to like essentially, apparently, so in a divorce, like it was a divorce proceeding, and the guy didn't give all of the property to the wife that the wife was owed. And so the judge like arrived at the house and with the police to like seize the items. And normally, apparently, the way it's supposed to proceed is that the judge points at the item, and then the judge points at the item, and the police will like be like, okay, we're taking that. But this time, the judge was like ransacking the house. Like the police barely picked any items. Most of it was just the judge going like, and this, and this, and it's like, dude, like what the fuck is this? And also apparently she did not even like some other stuff was not followed through, and so because of that she's like losing her judge thing, like judge license, her license to judge people. The guy who was making the video on it was apparently the lawyer for the guy whose house got ransacked. But honestly, the ending was pretty cringe in my opinion. Because by the end, there was this guy just like I give you a gift of like American flag, and I'm giving you a gift of like this poem that I wrote about you. And it's like, dude, like that's a little bit too much. Like, I get that the guy was like grateful and all, but like, you can kind of leave it out. We're good. Poor guy. Do I need to beat like all of the... Also, why is there like a couple of them with the dots? Did I not beat some enemies right now, or am I going crazy? Why are some of them have dots? Like 3 of them have dots on their instead of the names. Because if it means I need to like go through entire Hollow Knight to just like find the last bosses that I didn't beat, that would be like pain in the ass so much. I'm just gonna Google it again. Just So, hold up. Sorry, ear riches. How to unlock? I know how to spell that. Unlock absolute radiance. How do we do that? Well, you must first complete the main game, reach the junk pit where you find the imprisoned Godseeker, free her using simple key. 4 initial pantheons to unlock the 5th and the final pantheon of Honus. Absolute Radiance is the final boss of this 5th pantheon, and you must reach and fight her to unlock the... Yeah, I don't get it. Like, what? What am I missing? Oh, so it is behind the gate, right? Oh. Stop right corner behind here. Yeah. Wait, hold up, what? I thought... Okay, wait a minute. So how do I unlock 5th Pantheon? Where the fuck is the 5th Pantheon? How to unlock 5th Pantheon All Night? Yes. Yes. Wait, they said at the peak? Oh. So like, wait a minute. So is it actually there? Because I assumed it's this one, right? Maybe it's not this one. This doesn't make sense. And I do have equipped Void Heart, so what the fuck am I missing? From the other side? No. So where the fuck is the 5th Pantheon? Hold on a second. Yeah, we already completed all the Pantheons. Pantheon of Wholeness, 5th final Pantheon, and Godhome. Access to this Pantheon is unlocked after completing Pantheon of the Night. Yes, self-tuning bosses, the Void Heart gem must be acquired to enter it. Okay. I mean, yes, we already have all of those. Enemies in this Pantheon are harder, yeah. The fuck am I missing up? Like, we beat the Knight. Void Heart is equipped. I know. Oh, okay, maybe this is why. Otherwise, I cannot particularly figure out what I did wrong so far. Like, do I have to go on Reddit or something to find the answer? This is great. Thank you very much. Okay. There is no way you need to beat this Pantheon. No, that's a fucking cap. Wait, what? Oh shit. Okay, now that makes sense. Hold up. Oh, okay, wait a minute. There. Now this shit fucking makes sense. Okay. Okay. Now this fucking makes sense. Now it all makes sense. Jesus Christ. I was so fucking confused. Jesus Christ. Also the videos that watched, like, that man, like, he couldn't be... He's either got a voice modulator or he's like 12. Like, it's... He sounded like a guy from fucking Smile and Friends. Not one of the main characters, so... Okay. He also sounded like he had braces on, so... But like... He had like absolute cap about like you need to beat these enemies like 5 times. No. he just needed to like get here. Like so. I'm not doing like the going this way. Okay. Okay. Unfortunate. Fuck. Well, at least it's only one hit. Fucking how many will you summon? Actually, to be fair, it could be like the same guy. It could be like both of them instead of like one of them. So yeah, I tried to sleep early yesterday and that did not work out. Like not as in like sleeping early didn't work out, as in I slept early, I still woke up at like 2 o'clock today, so that's not good. Okay, so all of them are like this. That's crazy. Oh, we need to beat like 42 bosses in a row. It's gonna be such a pain in the ass. And then, and only then, you beat fucking Radiance as well. This feels like it's gonna take a long time. Did we hit him like... How many times did we hit him for him to die now? I feel like we didn't do that much... What? Damn, we're like blasting through them right now. Maybe 42 is actually pretty doable. Mischief and mischief, we cannot escape thee, even in this highest, most distant of pantheons. O wielder of nail, O eater of soul, are thee a messenger of the gods or something stranger? We will not defy thee. Continue thy combat. We shall listen closely. O gods of Holnest, show us your might. We shall attune ourselves to thee and ascend even higher. Oh no, fuck. The one thing I was thinking about is that I've been liking a lot of like art stuff on like one of my Reddit accounts, and sometimes they like recommend me r/wholesome Yuri. Yuri is like essentially r/wholesome lesbian, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's like sometimes it's like straight up porn. Not as in like it's explicitly sexual, as in like I know the artist you took it from, and I know that's just cropped porn essentially. Like I know like there's like a panel next to it that shows like them finger busting each other. And like so like I think for me at least it disqualifies it as a wholesome Yuri. It's not whole, it's just porn. Like that's the wholesome part usually doesn't include for me. Have we ever fought this man? Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's sad. Like wholesome for me does not include pornography. Like I saw somebody argue like no, it's still wholesome even if it's from porn artists, and I'm like no. Like porn art is still art, it's just not wholesome anymore because it's like it's cropped porn. Like,
Yes.
The wholesomeness usually implies something non-sexual, non-18 plus. I don't even like engage very much with wholesome Yuri, so it doesn't even make sense why it keeps getting recommended to me. Mostly probably because I like the art. Like I like somebody else's art, and then they're gonna go, oh well, if you're an art freak, you might enjoy r/wholesome Yuri, and I'm like no. And especially a lot of the posts of r/wholesome Yuri are Wednesday and fucking Wednesday's girlfriend from like the I don't know if it's a hit or not TV show Wednesday. At least I saw like a Wednesday TV show themed chocolates for Halloween, and I was like, that's ew. I sent it to my friend like ew. Like, and then they were like, yeah, that, like corporate advertisement. That's you're never gonna escape it. I'm like, yeah, I know, but still ew. A lot of r/wholesome Yuri is just lesbians from Wednesday. It's funny how he like teleports just to do nothing sometimes. He's just like, yo, I need like a break or something, you know? That's relatable. I guess it's because he's like from the... This is like a ZOG boss fight, so they were like, sometimes player might need a break. In second phase, right? Too many flesh and light states. Damn, escaping this one is so much easier than the... Holy shit, this boss fight like might as well be on training rooms by now. Unbelievable. Oh shit, well. By the way, just to clarify my thoughts on the wholesome Yuri as r/wholesome Yuri. Girls kissing still can be wholesome, it just has to be not cropped porn, okay? It has to be like isolated. Just two girls kissing, that's still wholesome. I'm not like a prude who's like well, lesbians kissing, that's not 18 plus, that's 18 plus, that's fine. That shit could be literally in like a kids TV show. It just has to be not attached to a panel where those two girls are scissoring and like one of them is like drooling. Okay, that's when it stops being 18 plus. Yeah, so. I was thinking about something, but I forgot. It's like the problem with memory issues. Whoop. It's already 1 hour? Huh. Yeah, we're back. Holy shit. Oh shit, I just remembered. There has been... So like, there has been a lot of posts about Hollow Knight Silksong having like multiple endings. And I was like... Wait, you serious? I better not be needing to like replay the entire game to achieve multiple endings. Because that's gonna be such a bullshit, I will just not do it. Like replaying the entire just achieve like a different ending? Nah, thanks. Nah, thanks, I'm good. I prefer when you can achieve like different ending purely by like playing more of the game. Like if the difference between true ending, like between like ending 1, 2, and 3 is the fact that you 100% the game versus 50 versus 90% the game. That's good enough for me. Also, I saw like it supposedly has 5 endings, which there's no fucking way they count 5 endings. Kidding me? Okay, using mostly the other guys as like a shield. I don't even remember him dying, by the way. Did he actually die in the game? Because I didn't remember this scene playing out. I just remember defeating this guy beforehand. Like, I saw it's like has 5 endings or something. I don't want to play 5 endings of Hollow Knight Silksong. I saw many people like finishing Hollow Knight Silksong by now for like 30th time or something. They're like wow, can't wait for DLC, or wow, this game is boring, and then shows like all 3 save or 4 save files are full. And I just say, go fuck yourself to the people like that, because that makes me feel bad for somehow still struggling with Hollow Knight Silksong. People are also like praising Beast Crest when I immediately shit on it because fucking looks like exactly the same. People are like, oh, I dismissed Beast Crest beforehand too, but now that I look at it, it's actually pretty good. I'm like, I don't believe you. I believe you're probably a tryhard who's like ace in the game, and like one of those people who posted the picture, wow, this game is so not good, finished it in like 5 hours. This game is not so good, finished the game, has like 3 save files. Like I think you're one of those people. When I say this game, the Hollow Knight Silksong is not good, I'm saying it actually seriously. Like I'm not being like wow, this game is so bad, I don't enjoy it at all, and it's like wink wink. No, I'm like legitimately saying like I'm not enjoying this game. I may not say that like it's like dog shit bad. It just not hitting the same spot as regular Hollow Knight is for me. Like Hollow Knight Silksong definitely feels for me like the game for people who defeated, who like been waiting for Hollow Knight Silksong since the last DLC for Hollow Knight came out. Since like Hollow Knight finished, I think they were waiting for Hollow Knight Silksong, and now they're like, oh, Hollow Knight Silksong's so good, and just like glazing it out the wazoo, jerking off the developers. While I'm out here thinking critically, and I think that like if Hollow Knight Silksong came out with like a standalone title, it would not have succeeded as much. If it was literally any other company's product, right? Like if somebody else made Hollow Knight Silksong, and then they were like, yo, check out this game. Fuck. If somebody else made Hollow Knight Silksong and they were like, yo, check out this game, it would become like Dark Souls. It would be like the next Dark Souls, where like you would have like a small, not Dark Souls after Elden Ring came out. Dark Souls when it was still Dark Souls 1 and 2. When you still only had Demon Souls and Dark Souls. And you would have this like dedicated try-hard niche community of people going like no, Dark Souls is very good, trust me bro, it's so good, you should definitely play it. And then like and then people go like, fucking, I tried it, but like I literally cannot like the joy is the fact that the game is beating the fuck out of you, and he's like, yes, it's so good, and it's like, no. It's not even about the fact that the Dark Souls doesn't like hold your hand or anything, you know? It just it's not even about like oh well, Dark Souls is so cool, it doesn't hold your game hand like any other game. It's about the fact that Dark Souls mechanically is built about the challenge and the fact that you are as a game character not progressing. It's about the player getting better and better. And some may enjoy like oh, I as a player is the one that progresses throughout the game, you know, I get better and better at the game, and that's why I keep like defeating the next boss, you know. Some people don't enjoy it. I don't know how I feel about whether I enjoy or don't enjoy like the game mechanics where it's me before somebody else. But I definitely can say that I enjoy a lot the games that have like a progression system for the character and not me myself. And that's mostly because I'm not the best person in gaming. Like I'm not blessed with super gamer genes, you know. I have like my gamer genes are pretty laid back. They're like they enjoy medium challenge. I don't order Mountain Dew. I get myself a Sprite. Holy shit. That's why just Silksong just not vibe with me, because it feels above my grade of gamer. I have to be like higher tier gamer to be like so much into Silksong, or at least higher tier in like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight specifically. If I was way better at Hollow Knight, if I was way better a gamer at Hollow Knight, speaking about, by the way, art, and I talked about the art and I'll get like wholesome Yuri and it's like not wholesome in my book. I saw like a post about like character dynamics, like essentially like art character dynamics, not like it's probably like also related to real life because everything is related to real life, but like the character dynamic is essentially you either have a tall guy and a short girl, or B tall girl, short guy, and the choice is like which dynamic is your favorite. And I feel like, well, number one, the reason this dynamics even exists is because you have, on average, guys are taller than women. Like maybe not all guys, because some guys are pretty short, but like on average, an average guy is 5'8", while an average woman is like 5'4" or something. Right? Like let's just make it that assumption, I guess. And I think, well, and well, because of that, you obviously have born the dynamic of like people sexualizing height difference of like ultra short girl and an ultra tall guy, you know. And then you have people who obviously went into the opposite direction because mostly I assume counterculture kind of thing, like what if instead it's a tall goss dummy mommy and like a short guy, you have like a short king and you have like a tall goss dummy chick, and now and now you have like people who essentially like say like so which one do you choose? Do you choose tall goss mommy or do you choose to be like the? Oh, I'm saying as a man, but like do you choose the tall goss mommy or do you choose the do you choose the fucking huge guy and the short girl? Which on average, again, as I'm saying, most realistic scenario is that you're gonna have a huge guy and a short girl. Not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it's like... I'm not saying it's impossible to have like a tall woman and a short guy, I'm just saying it's like less probable one. Anyway, so back to the point I was making. But what I'm saying is that like, I'm kind of tired of like those boring dynamics. Give me like same height tip, where it's but like not like both of them are average height, you know, like that's pretty boring. Give me a guy so short he's like dwarf build, you know, like give me a guy who looks like a fantasy dwarf, and a girl who's like fucking short stack goblin or something. And alternatively, give me the big ass bear of a man, the size of like a fucking fridge, and a woman who looks like her favorite hobby is wrestling. Give me like a big as fuck guy and like a big as fuck girl, like both of them are towering over like an average guy. Give me absolute Wonder Woman x absolute Batman. That's what I'm saying. To be fair, like recently it's been confirmed that like absolute Batman, like in like a recent art leak, it's been shown that like absolute Batman is actually like slightly shorter than absolute Wonder Woman. But give me they're both exact same height and look like a fucking fridge next to like an average person. Also it's crazy that like she's shown to be taller. Not because like, oh well it's great, because like Diana is like an Amazonian woman, makes sense that she's like a tall fucking woman. It's crazy because in her own comic she's shown to be like the same size as like some people. Like I think Steve Trevor, right? Like she's shown to be the same size as Steve Trevor. And Steve Trevor is like, yo, I'm pretty tall, but you're like as tall as me. It's crazy. And then you're shown Batman who's like 6'9" or something. He's like a basketball player height with a build of a fridge. And so that just makes you like ask a question: how tall is Steve Trevor? That like he's the same height as Wonder Woman. Like, is Steve Trevor like secretly a basketball player? Like, I mean, his words just make it like sound way more. These words are way more hit into home now. How tall Wonder Woman if Steve Trevor was like 7 feet tall and Wonder Woman was as tall as him, then yeah, that would be like a fucking surprise, you know? Imagine you're like a 7-foot tall guy and then you meet a woman who's like as tall as you are. You would be fucking shocked as hell. You would be like, God damn. Oh fuck. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, let me just heal up real quick. Yeah, because now they're like fucking me. Now they're gonna be fucking me. I did not sign up for this. But my I said a joke, I don't know. Like essentially when follicle of trans girls look at you across the bar, you're about to get fucking pecked. Like that's how it looked like for me. Like that shit's fucking, you're done for, guys. Like you ain't walking away straight. Like it's, and I don't mean in terms of your sexuality. Man died from prolapse anus. Being in a threesome with all women, never penetrated even once. Like it's. Honestly, like the Wonder Woman height came out kind of weird because of a lot of like promotional art from DC Universe. She was like significantly shorter like than like Batman. So now it's like people like trying to square that hole by being like like she was like crouching or something. Like Wonder Woman's quoting for a photo shoot or shit. Like, I mean, objectively, it would make sense if she was like, I don't know, shorter than Batman but taller than Superman. But the fact that she's taller than Batman makes it look like a fucking everything's fucking like everything got just fucked because of how, because Wonder Woman just doesn't make sense anymore. You know what? We can argue like maybe like she was magically making herself smaller. she was like casting an illusion or something, so she was shorter. Batman was like, yo, can you like squat down for a little bit? I need to like farm aura. And Wonder Woman was like a really good friend, so she was like, yeah, sure Bruce, whatever you say. It's similar to how in like Warhammer 40k people can like agree on certain like heights. So you have sometimes like an artwork and like the height absolutely like doesn't make sense. For example, there's like an artwork of Space Marine standing next to like an elf, essentially. Like they call it Elder, but that's for copyright reasons. So standing next to an elf, and people like debating whether that's a really high elf standing on like a shoebox or something, or if like a Space Marine is just very short, because that artwork did not make sense. They were like standing face to face when like on average elf is supposed to be like, I don't know, like something like 6 foot. Like they're above average for a human, but like for like a Space Marine, they're like short stacks. Fuck. That was almost as damaging as that time where like an elf Harlequin, like which is like a special elf, because they're like too much to explain. Just like it's too much to explain, but it just says they're special elves. When they killed a bunch of Custodians who were like supposed to be like 1,000 Space Marines can barely take out the Custodian. And then a bunch of Harlequins just like fucking walked through them. So that was a underwhelming for a lot of fans, to the point where people were like pulling at their hair like fucking what? The only person who was happy about that was probably fucking who's like the biggest elf fan? I'm pretty sure Pancreas doesn't work. Like he's like the biggest elf fucking simp. I think he was the only one who would be happy. He would be like, yeah. An elf W for once. Yes. However, that's kind of works to my benefit because it creates like a permanent shield by accident. Holy shit. At the same time, by the way.
Finner.
That one's kind of on me. And that's just how we do it now. That is how we do it now. This is how we do it. We are just farming the guy. Holy shit. That was so fucking easy. Honestly, I think a lot of like elf depictions in like fantasy media suck so much because it's always like higher than thou, fucking snobbish elite. I fucking hate them so much because of it. And it's always it is very rarely in the Brighton when you have a elf who are like a snobbish elite and they kind of just remain snobbish elite the entire time. They sometimes like pretty often they get like humbled some sort of way, like they're like oh you humans, you don't even know how to attune to Mother Nature, and then the human burns down the forest with like a 1 level 5 spell, and then they go like, oh, we didn't know you could fucking cast that shit. Holy fuck. That's like not a. That's not in like an old text. I kind of wish. I don't know if I said it before, but I kind of wish they had like a shared health pool. So like the fight would be way longer, right? The fight would be way longer because you need to defeat like 3. You essentially need to chip away at like a health of 3 enemies at the same time. Wow. Okay, that's very generous. You kind of need to like chip away at the health of 3 enemies at the same time. But also at the same time, they all go down at the exact same time. Like literally, like you defeat one, and then you smack another one, and you smack the third, and like they're all like going down one by one. To show that they're like, as like an enemy, they're strong together. Like thematically, they're strong together, but like individually, they're not the biggest like chip on the block. It still kind of like go down one after another. It just takes a little bit longer, so it's like. In fact, that's why that Mantis fight against like robotic mantises in Hollow Knight was actually pretty good. Like out of all things that I criticized on Hollow Knight Silksong for, the robotic mantis fight is not one of them, because it's thematically very good. Because it's like two dancers, like challenge when it's two together, but when it's two apart, well, that's when they're not different. Also, it turns out that like apparently if you like dodge them for 3 minutes straight, they stop attacking you altogether. And I don't have the patience to dodge them for 3 minutes straight. You kidding me? Like without attacking, you have to like dodge them without attacking for 3 minutes straight, and that's like bullshit. Fuck. I assumed you were either done or finished. This is a colorful fight.
Finish.
Oh shit, okay. Damn, they're being really generous right now. Holy shit. I didn't expect that. Thank you, developers. Being very generous, very kind, very demure. Okay. Another thing that I hate, by the way, I just remembered, but I think I talked about it a lot, but like I hate harems so much. I hate harems in fiction so much. Mostly because, well, number one, that's because I read manhwas, and the harems are so often there, it's just like, it's by this point, like, I count as like a lazy writing. And, number two, it's because, number two is because, I mean, well, it's number one, it's lazy writing. Number two, I think the reason why a lot of manhwa writers try to write harems is because they themselves fantasize about harems, because I think, well, like, or because they know it appeals to their young audience, because like Korean population is pretty low, like in both Korea and Japan, they like to write harems, and I think it's because both of their populations are pretty low, and so the like writers are kind of like mostly because like a lot of their population is incels, and so what I think is happening is that like it's essentially you have like all these incels reading harems and they enjoy it, and because they also want themselves like 6 wives who loves them very much for the fact that they're protagonists of the story. Like in not all of like manhwa artists even know how to write. Fuck. Not all manhwa artists even know how to write romance properly. So like them writing like 6 romances at the same time is such a bullshit. The only time I genuinely saw good written harem romance was porn. Like it's crazy. Like they just don't know how to write it well. But it's usually just ends with like the fact that like they all like the protagonist very much, and like by the end of the story they just all happily together. Was like no some sort of like you know, like the personality of the like the female characters is just like I love the main character very much. That's it never like something like like I think 100 Girlfriends, right? Like that one is a good one. At least I heard it is. I don't know. I didn't read it, but I heard it's pretty good. And I assume it's alright. I don't know. My guess is it's alright. Like it's a. Like I would be really disappointed by all the Glazers if like I actually read it one day and it turned out that it's like abysmal dog shit with all of them having personality of I like the protagonist very much. Bro, get down here. Finally. But like I think if you're writing a fighting manhwa and for whatever reason you decided that main character needs to have a love interest, don't. Like it just like by this point it just ruined it. Like there's like it always ends up in some sort of harem. You always like oh what if he has another girl who really like him? It always shittily written. Just like not right. Like the reason I'm like even talking about it is because I was reading Childhood Friend of Zenith, and the premise is essentially this guy was like some fucking big apocalypse happened in like a mirror world, and the main character was kind of like on the side of evil, and then he came back in time, and with all of his memories he wants to not be evil, and so he's like correcting a lot of his mistakes, including in the fact that he antagonized like one of the most powerful people in the future. From like he literally gets teleported to the day when he antagonized her, and that's when he was like wait, changing story. But like right now what it looks like is a harem, because that girl seems to be interested in the main character, but she's like dumb as a bricks. She's like literally like I don't know what changes in her person, if she was always like this, like this, or like something about regression made her this stupid, but she was as dumb as a bricks. Like her like intellectual capacity is like non-existent. That girl like she's barely like she's barely eligible to not be like she's Forrest Gump level bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like she's like she needs like some like I don't know teacher or something. Maybe she is Forrest Gump to be fair. Like she has like a talent in martial arts, but like she's just dumb in everything else apparently. I don't know, like in certain flashbacks of her, she's behaving like normally, so probably. So maybe she like learns to be like. She learns. Maybe she's like becomes smarter for some reason. I don't know what causes it, but I hope it's happened soon because so far she's like as dumb as a box of bricks. Like that's just like. That's incomprehensible. The level of her stupidity right now is shocking. Like everybody else kind of like acts normally. Everybody else her age acts like a mini adult, and she acts like as dumb as a brick. So that thing just really confuses me. But anyway, but for their reason, so childhood friend of Zenith, you assume that this girl that he meets that's gonna be like the most powerful person, is gonna be like the main love interest, and it looks like it is the main love interest, but for some reason he also gets like entangled with at least, by this count, 3 other women. Like, what we have like another girl who's like super good at martial arts, but like she's like, but she's not super dumb, or at least her major flaw is the fact that she like can't coordinate. Like her like internal GPS is broken or something, because like somebody will tell her to turn right, she'll go left. But otherwise, no major glaring flaws. And then you have a girl who likes the main character because he literally looks like a bad boy. Like that's the best way to describe it. Like her description of him is like oh, he has this like wolf-like eyes. You know, he looks like a. He looks so cool. I find that hot as hell. And then the main character almost asks her if she likes him until he got like pulled away in the last moment. So you have like 2 girls, and now like a new girl entered the competition. It looks like a girl who in previous life used to call him Dum Dum and like tease him a lot. So in my personal opinion, that's too many. I'm not asking for a lot, I'm asking for like a singular romantic interest. Like I've been reading World's Greatest Senior Disciple, or Senior Brother, which is like a premise of like essentially there's this martial arts sect, right, which is just a place where they teach you martial arts and discipline. And the main character is like the oldest of the group that's taught. And because martial arts world was having a war he technically got conscripted into fighting in that war because he was the oldest, number one, and number two because he didn't want anybody else to die in the war. And then he, through like magical lucky encounter, he became like he had like a good opportunity to become super powerful. And when he returns to his sect, he tries to essentially, number one, prevent any future uproar in martial world from happening, and number two, he's trying to uplift the sect to essentially reciprocate all the goodwills that was sent his way in his life. Because he was like an orphan that was taught martial art by the sect, and now he's like a. So he's like takes them as like his true family essentially. And there you have only one singular like romantic interest. Was like main character only being interested in her, and her being only interested in the main character, and sometimes she acts like jealous when like literally any woman talks to the main character, she goes like and like to be fair, she does have her borders because like a lot of women are interested in the main character, but he's like a single gal kind of guy. Fuck. So it's like and I like it a lot purely because of every reason I say it so far. It's a like I have not read them recent chapters, but I very much appreciate when author decides on going with a single female lead, because it almost feels, but by now it feels like they taken like restraint, you know. Like an average manga author when main character needs a female lead. What about adding like 10 more? What if I add every single woman so far in the story and then some? How long does this motherfucker take? Just bullying the guy. There is this manhwa called Tower Defense. Tyrant of Tower Defense. The premise is essentially this guy who like really liked this like tower defense civilization style game. Gets transported into that world as like a to like essentially the premise is like you rescue this world, you get to go back home and you get some money. How true is that? I don't know. So far it's suspicious. I think it will point towards the ideas that like by the end of the story like he will not want to leave or something. I'm gonna be like I'm good, guys. But if it, like that's in a lot of these stories I actually always wonder, so what's gonna happen by the end of it? Like where will main character end up? Will he like stay in this fucking world, keep living his life in like in this video game or novel or whatever, or will they get transported to like their real life? Especially so far it seems to be like the only ones that points to answer early is Pick Me Up Infinite Gacha. The premise is like the guy was playing this gacha game and like he got transported into a gacha game, but like for another character, well for another person. So now he has to be like constantly telling like his master like, yo, no, don't don't do that, wait a minute, yo, upgrade this, I need it right now, please. And it seems to be, so far, it pointed to the fact that, well, number one, the main character will eventually end up in a real world. And number two is the fact that there was, like, posed a question to essentially the person who sent them here, like, what happened to his real body. Because, like, the person from his world, his Earth, is playing the games that he was, like, playing. He wasn't like transported to like another, well technically he was transported to like another dimension, but like he also still like linked up with like a real world through like the fact that he's in technically a game and there is like a player playing this game and he's like a character. And so the main character like posed the question to the person who sent him there, like what happened to his real body. And so far, they don't give the answer of where his real body is, but they point to the fact that there is like been other people who've been sent to like other people's gacha games as well, and like the other people who get sent to other people's gacha games had all ended up like brain dead coma patients. So like the obvious question is, what happened to the main character's body, and is he like a brain dead coma patient right now? It would be actually extra funny to like plot twist. The main character was in a coma actually the entire time, and that was a hallucination. Like, dude, you were playing this game for like years upon years, so now you're like hallucinating this game in a coma.
Finner.
Like, I think the only time I kind of tolerated romance harems when it was proposed in Academy. No, Player Guide. No, something like Survival Guide in Academy. I think that was the name. Oh no, Survival Guide as an extra in Academy. As an Academy extra. which one of my friends keeps confusing with fucking with like another manhwa with like pretty similar name, and I have to always be like, yo, what? Read this manhwa, and then she'll go, oh, I read it already. And I'm like, no, you didn't. And then she's like, yeah, I read it. And I'm like, no, you read this manhwa. And she's like, oh, right. And then like a week later, I'll be like, yo, read this. And she's like, no, I already read it. I'm like, no, you didn't. And then she goes like, no, I'm sure I read it, right? Like I read like the novel. And I'm like, that means you didn't read it, because every single time you say I read the novel, it means that you read the fucking other one. There's like extra survival guide in Academy, and then there is survival guide of an extra. I think that's the name. Like two very similar titles, and because of that, my friend like keeps confusing them, and I have to constantly be like, no, the other one. And it has pretty decent romance, because it's not like a harem. No, it is like still a harem of like will they, won't they, but like every character has personality. Every character has personality, and like everybody like kind of like it's actually pretty good, pretty well written in comparison to a lot of other manhwas where they have harem and they're just like oh boy, I love this guy so much, but I cannot tell him, or I can tell him and then he'll still be somehow oblivious to it. Whereas in Flavor, fucking Extra's survival guide in Academy is pretty good. But the surprising part for me was when I found out that actually the same studios that the same studios that animated that. Somebody else wrote it, but like they animated it, right? Because that's how it works. The same studio also made what I count as like the worst offender of like harem manhwa, called I Killed the Player. The premise is the guy gets transported into the world of a game he used to play, but as like an extra. But then there's another guy who gets transported into the same world, and he's the main character. And then it turned out that the main character is actually gay. Like I don't know how else to say it. He's like just gay, and he's into the protagonist. And so he perpetually traps the protagonist in like fucking some death loop or whatever, and then loses the game, like, and then they get like resurrected. They get brought back in time, and the main character, the protagonist, kills the player main character, and now he has to essentially save the world without being the benefit of being protagonist. Having the benefit of being the main character, the player of the world, essentially. Fuck. And the plot is like, I mean, I guess so, right? Like they are writing an underdog story, so it's pretty good in that regard. Like he does kind of feel like an underdog who's just like cheesing it through like the familiarity of the game. Fuck, my nose itches so bad. Fuck. No, come on. Fuck. Oh, fuck, my nose. Ah. Okay. So, like, it's like, the story is alright overall. But there is this thing about, again, it is like a harem. And, like, it's the worst written harem. Where again, everybody's thirsting after the main character, and literally non-stop, and he does not pay attention to it at all, in any way, shape, or form possible. And also, in terms of like the character design is like just like the biggest offender, because every single one of these like high schoolers or whatever, like that's why it's like so surprising that it's made by the same studio, because every single one of these like academy students, like the smallest boob size is B. The smallest cup size among these students is B. The relatively, like, I guess slowly designed character has a B cup. Like that shit's fucking insane. Like it's like majority of the character have the biggest tits you've ever seen outside of porn. Like that is unbelievable. Like, and that's why it's surprising that the same manhwa, the same like artist, the same like same studio, because like in the other manhwa they actually were pretty good with like character design. They all look like alright. They just look like kind of like an average person. Like, you don't really find their big boobs magi, you know, just everywhere. Fuck. Like so when I saw like one time like I didn't remember what was like, either it was like Christmas or they were like taking like a season break, but I saw like the announcement was like thank you so much, we picked up like these two manhwas, both Killed the Academy Player and the players and extra survival guide in the academy, and like we enjoyed making both of them very much. And I was like, you made this both of them? Like, you sure? Like you didn't outsource it to anybody? Like, because that shit's like the art style is completely different, and like one of them has like design of like porn actresses for the academy students, and the other has like an average person. Like what? Who was the lead designer? Like it's a like, why are you lying? You couldn't have fucking made both of these. I fucking love sometimes like they'll make a manhwa, and for whatever reason like it's unsuccessful or something, and so they'll reboot it in Japan. I don't know why that happens, but sometimes you get like a reboot, or sometimes like a sequel to a manhwa where everybody's Korean, but now it's suddenly all happening in Japan and the main character is Japanese out of nowhere, and that's just the funniest shit ever. Like it's a like, I don't know what exact reason behind it is, but yeah, you sometimes get like a Japanese studio drawing like a Korean novel. Like you have a Korean novel and then they like a Japanese studio makes it into a manhwa, but it's like number one, you can clearly tell they never like it's always like the art style is actually genuinely just dog shit all the time because it's like it looks like one of those like manga colored pages, you know, like when like oh I took this manga panel and I colored it and it's like filled in with like the same, like the shadiness is always dog shit, and that's just the entire thing. I don't know what prompts them to do that. I don't know, like are they like running out of like are they running out of ideas in Japan? They're like borrowing them from Korea or something. I don't know, but like it's genuinely always off-putting whenever I read whenever I like find one and I read it. I'm like that shit's ain't got soul. Like it ain't got Seoul, the fucking Korean capital. It's funny, right? I fucked him over so incredibly. Like, there was also this time when Korean artist tried to make like a his own like cinematic universe, like fucking almost Avengers, but like I don't know what the fuck happened to it, but like I never heard anything else about it because there was always like the manga was called Rooftop Swordmaster, right? The premise was the fact that this bullied guy ended up in the hospital, and he's like rich bullies ended up escaping any sort of punishment. And one day, like a sword drops from the sky onto his rooftop, and he starts to like swing it because he has like memories of the sword, and he becomes like fucking Hulk with that sword. He's like becomes like a big ass motherfucker, and by the end of the story, he like takes revenge on all of his bullies, murdering them like on live TV, on live TV or like in other places, and also killing their families, and it's like it was like I like the art style a lot. The like revenge part of it was getting like pretty boring and stiff. It's mostly like I mostly saw it as like what's it called? I mostly saw it as like a medium for the art style. Like I didn't particularly give a fuck about the story by the end of it. I was like, yo, the art style looks so good. It has this like weird like rawness to it, that like I can't describe it. And then there was like two other manhwas that the same artist made, which is called fucking Strange Family or something, and like one of them is called like something like Strange Family or fucking Spy Family, something. No, not Spy Family anime. Like it's like it was something family. And another one that he made was Boss at School. Boss Returns to School, I think that's the name. And like, I mean, the art style like very raw, really cool. I liked it very much. Still, it just number one, every single guy is built like a fucking bodybuilder. Like every single guy has like fucking massive pecs, skin tight t-shirts, you know. Like it's like a wet t-shirt contest all the time with the guys. And all the women are like 10 out of 10 bombshell. Like damn bitches be built like a model, every single one of them with like a D cup. That's unbelievable. Like the motherfucker can only draw two type of person. And like one of them is reserved for men, another is reserved for women. You either have a big ass motherfucking guy, the huge ass fucking rippling packs guy, or big ass bimbo woman. It doesn't mean that they're like the women are depicted as bimbos, like they're pretty confident, and they can like sometimes kick ass as well in those manhwas, but like it just they all drawn like on bimbification scale at like number 9, I would say. Like it's crazy. But like nobody ever heard anything about the regular squad since. Like there has been never any news about the regular squad. Like I think there was like an animated like not animated. There was like a manhwa made by like some other studios that's not related to the guy about like one of the characters from the Rooftop Sport Master. But there was absolutely no news about the regular squad at all. To the point where at first I thought the regular squad was just like a name of like a translation studio or something, or like the studio that like made the manhwa. But then I found out that it was like it was like supposedly like fucking universe that the creator was trying to make. And that's when I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like we have not heard about the regular squad at all. Like you dropped that project harder than I dropped making videos for a Bioshock. I still kind of like want to get back to it. And just like the problem is I'm like unproductive because I'm not sleeping well. And like fixing my sleep schedule like comes first, I think. Like, did you know it's actually pretty hard to make a video? Turns out that's true. I should have healed actually. Like I don't know why I didn't, but I remember I saw like a Reddit post on r/manhwa. Which one of these manhwas you're expecting season 2 return? And like 90% of the manhwas that he showed were like on hiatus, on like a permanent hiatus or like a drop. And I was like, dude, like you cannot do this to me. Like almost every third manhwa was like on like permanent like X for some reason. Like I have not heard about this manhwa in like a year and a half. You cannot be like it's not coming back. Can't be out here just like telling me false information of like this coming back with another season. No, it's not coming back. It's done. It's forever in limbo. I wish I had like, I don't know, fucking Elon Musk money to just animate all of them, like to just show up to like Korea and be like, yo, I need you to draw me season 2 like of this one. I need this to return. And then they're like, Mr. Elon Musk, you don't understand. We work on like other projects now. And I'm like, no, you're not. I'm paying you like, I'm paying you $1 million for like per chapter. Like, $1 million, that's a lot. And I'm like $1 million. Same thing again. But don't try to fucking scam me with like 3 pages worth a chapter, you know. Every chapter of a novel you animate equals to $1 million. I actually wonder how much that would cost. Oh.
Finner.
Well, let's say I pick a manhwa right now. Well, that's been on hiatus since 2 years ago. What was his name? Cursed Reincarnation? Cursed Reincarnation novel. Think that's the name? Curse of Reincarnation, is that the name? I don't think that's the right one. Well, there it is. Damned Reincarnation, yes. Damned Reincarnation novel. Cause that shit's forever gone now. It's in permanent hiatus. So how long is it? What? Wait a minute. No. Wait, what? Okay. Can somebody fucking give me the number of chapters? The latest release was chapter 20, part 1 and 2. I don't know how much. This shit doesn't make sense. Here it is. 625 chapters. So it would be 625 million for the entire thing if I had like Elon Musk money. Wait. Let's say what other Ashura Venom Dragon novel. It's cool that it has its own wiki page. It's pretty cool. Chapters 133. Whoa, that's like cheap. That's cheap. The fucking 133 chapters. Oh yeah. Oh no, sorry. That's a manga. That's a manhwa. The latest chapter on Ashura was on like a website Ashura was 133. What's the novel? Wait, it's technically in prologue? That's great. So it was since season... So season 1 was 103 chapters. Season 2 was 30 chapters. And season 3 to be... available? No, it's not gonna be available. It's stopped being posted on 2023. Holy shit. But can I get like a novel? Author? Yes, total of 2 series under his belt. Okay. He made One Step Divine Fist. Divine Fist? No fucking way. Huh. Oh, not this one. This is a different one. Okay, okay. There is two manhwas I'm thinking about. So like I was thinking about like a different one. So there's like One Step Divine Fist, and then there is Demon of Manhua, and Demon of Manhua is Fist Demon of Manhua is like about the guy. No, this is Pantheon 5 already. We're on Pantheon 5. We're trying to beat. I'm just taking a break because I was trying to find. Like. Thanks. I was just taking a break because I was trying to figure out something. So like there is like I like manhwas, right? And there is oh, it's 604 chapters. Now it makes sense. Okay, so I like manhwas, and a lot of manhwas that I read got like axed in some sort of way. Like they just get forever like they never coming back. And I was just thinking to myself, if I ever had like almost unlimited, if I had like Elon Musk level of wealth, I would definitely come up to like an artist and be like, "You gonna draw this manhwa now? Like I'm paying you 1 million for every chapter of the novel you draw." And I was actually thinking like, how much would that actually cost if I legitimately ever did that, right? And turns out that's actually not, like by Elon Musk standards, that's absolutely not a lot actually. By Elon Musk's standards, 600 million? Fuck, that's affordable. That's less than what he paid for fucking Twitter, and Twitter fucking dog shit. No wait, what's Twitter? Did he pay 50... Did he pay millions or billions for Twitter? How much did he pay? How much Twitter costs? Okay, well, no. How much Elon Musk bought Twitter for? Yeah, exactly. Yes, I'm not a robot. Thank you very much. Yeah, 44 billion. Holy shit. For 44 billion? Damn. I could buy multiple. Yeah, so I'm saying that like, if I was Elon Musk, I would be instead of buying shitty website that is Twitter, I would just be buying manhwas. I would be like, you draw this for me now. And then I would pay like a private translation team to translate all of them for me. I mean, you might say, why don't I just pay artists to immediately draw it in English? And the answer is simple, because I would probably be reselling that shit on like Korean sites. I don't like spells. Like my personal philosophy is nail damage all the way. I honestly I forget about spells sometimes. They're very like honestly with these guys using spells is the most effective thing. With these big guys, with them spells are pretty effective. Yeah, I know they give so much damage, but like sometimes they're just like not as effective. Especially because sometimes I fuck up a spell. So I just go for dodging and nail damage. It's my best method. SMD? What SMDs? No, motherfucker, you didn't get me with that one. No fucking way it stands for what I think it does. Son of a bitch. Please tell me it doesn't stand for what I think it stands for. You motherfucker. I'm like, what does it stand for? Wait a minute. I think I know exactly what it stands for. Okay, sure. It's just random letters. I'll believe you. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, I'm kind of lost because I died there. Fuck. We gotten pretty far, like, third time we got through Pantheon, but like, now I'm just tired. It's been like 2 hours, 40 minutes by now, so. But yeah, I mean, Pantheon 5 is pretty, I feel like the bosses are taking less damage, relatively speaking. But like, as in like it's actually kind of easier to damage them. Oh, that's nice. First playthrough of Hollow Knight? Because if it's a first playthrough of Hollow Knight, I mean, that's very nice. If it's your like 100th playthrough of Hollow Knight and you started Pantheon 3 just now, I'm kind of feeling less for you. You're the reason Hollow Knight Silksong is extra hard right now. You're the reason whenever I play Hollow Knight Silksong I go, why is it so difficult? And then like I look at the fans who like beat Pantheon 5 with like no hits damage, and I was like, oh okay. Like, that's a legitimate pet peeve I have with Team Cherry. The fact that they were like... They, in an interview, went... We made Hollow Knight Silksong difficult. Because the fans... We saw what the fans were doing and we know that they would welcome the challenge. And the problem is the fact that I didn't yet get through Pantheon 5, so... I'm not one of the fans who's like welcomes the challenge that way, please. It's an for me it's an equivalent of like a girl I'm dating says her ex could handle getting pegged. Yeah, that's a good, I guess, strategy, but still like Silksong is pretty difficult. Like for me it feels like I'm dating a girl when I play Silksong, it feels for me like I'm dating a girl and she says like, well, my ex could handle getting pegged every night with 12 inches. And I'm like, I'm not your ex, I'm sorry. I like, I don't like that one. And so I'm struggling. Also, a lot of skills from Hollow Knight don't help with Silksong at all, by the way. Oh, here's Jane Silksong herself, by the way. Here's the Silk. If you don't know, her name is Silksong. That's her name. Fuck. Are you excited for Silksong? Miss, we're approaching you because we want to know your excitement for Silksong. Are you excited? Like, I'm playing Silksong on Wednesday and Thursday, and like that shit, every single time I feel like I not at any point in time while playing Silksong felt confidence of like I'm winning. I know if I'm like extra bad, but like so I mostly just blame the fans who were posting videos online so Team Cherry could see them. Of like, oh, we beat Hollow Knight Pantheon 5. We beat Hollow Knight Pantheon 5 on like no hits damage, vibrator of my ass, one hand behind my hand, behind my back, you know. And Team Cherry saw that and they were like, well, we gotta make Silksong harder. Come on. So you gotten through Pantheon to Pantheon 3 right now. Have you gotten how much? So you 100% the game, right? You didn't just start Pantheon 3 after like while in the middle, right? I mean, you overall like enjoying the Hollow Knight experience because I enjoy Hollow Knight regular. Regular Hollow Knight is a pretty cute game. I like it very much. It's very good. But like Silksong is just like so unbelievably difficult for me that like I just don't enjoy it a lot. That's the problem. Spoilers. Hold up, just a second. Early game? Oh, you mean it's fair enough. I mean, I guess in that sense you can be right. There is like very gray and like there's not a lot of color. I mean, yeah, Silksong doesn't start out gray in the beginning. No, it still has like some gray in it, obviously, I think. Like it starts out very colorful, but then like gets gray, and then it's still colorful. I mean, the colorful atmosphere is. I know it's that's more of just a game design question versus it's mostly about the design question versus the game like gameplay, you know. Because what I'm complaining about Silksong is the fact that the gameplay itself is like difficult, especially because like I started Silksong right after completing 112%. I know I'm like maybe not 112%, like some arbitrary number after defeating Radiance. I'm pretty sure. After defeating Radiance, I started Hollow Knight Silksong, and like the skills built up in regular Hollow Knight is not translatable to Hollow Knight Silksong. Like no, like there's barely any like skill transference from one to another, and that like bothers me a lot. That's why I always don't call it a sequel. Like for me, at the very least, it's not like a sequel as a game. Like it's more of like a spin-off, you know. Like you're watching the movie, and then there is like a character shows up, and they're like, "Hey, how's it going? How are you doing?" And then well, I'm not spoiling it. I'm saying like gameplay wise. I'm not I'm not talking the story at all. Like I'm like because like I don't know what the fuck you consider a spoiler in this case. Like I'm pretty sure you know almost everything about the game. Like there's not really talking spoilers is the shit that I see in like subreddits where people are like. Here's the wild part: Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silksong subreddits, like every single post they make have like a spoiler tag on, but like sometimes you open the post and it's like an art of like a hornet and like a little ghost, you know, and sometimes it's like this is how I achieve the ending in Hollow Knight Silksong. This is how you. This is how to achieve a secret ending in Hollow Knight Silksong. This is what you do. This is how you interact with this NPC. And it's like, bro, like, that's why, like, why is everything covered with like a spoiler tag if only some of it is a spoiler? Like, only like some posts are spoilers. Some are just like a fan art of like Hornet riding, Hornet riding an elevator, you know. But like everything is covered with a spoiler tag, which is crazy. But so back to what I was saying is that just Silksong has like so much non-transferable skills. Like the skills in Hollow Knight regular. Well, depending on how far you go. Like if you want to defeat like the final stage Zotas, then yes. He is like the hardest boss, but if you want to defeat like the beginning level Grey Prince Zotas, then no. And he's like alright. He's not the most difficult. The Pantheon version of Hollow Knight, the Broken Vessel, is way harder. Maybe what you meant is that Prince Zota gets the golden statue. Yeah, well, that's like a no-hit statue, right? So that's one obviously is difficult. But what I'm saying is that Zota is actually the sexiest boss in Hollow Knight. Maybe that's what you meant. What you meant is that the Zota is the sexiest of them. The hottest, the most exquisite of bosses is Grey Prince Zota. Okay, but genuinely, why do people simp for Hornet so much? like I saw a lot of like art of like Hornet, and it's like it's all not safe for work, and like she doesn't have all that. Like like she doesn't have everything that people draw of her. Like, dude, like can we like She's like 4 sticks and a head, okay? Like you cannot be drawing her like that. She's not packing that heat. Unbelievable. People be drawing Hornet with like all the things she doesn't have. Like it's unbelievable. But Zote is the Mr. Steal Your Girl. He's the... Have you seen him, man? Who can resist? When Zota walks into the room, everybody's pregnant. Including guys. Because Zota is that fantastic. Yes, it was a pointless exercise because what you get from passive pain is not enough. like I wish for like some like I don't know like fucking some like badge or something. I don't know. Extra 5 to like nail damage. But instead it's like a... Honestly, Silksong is like the sequel to Passive Pain. Oh yeah. Like Passive Pain. Honestly, entirety of Silksong is like Passive Pain sibling. It's like the last. It's like the last thing, you know. Like there is so many things you can like go through in Silksong. That's like this. You feel like that's bullshit, you know. Like what kind of. I think like actually like last stream of Silksong I actually got through the part that's like almost like Passive Pain adjacent. Like it's there's this area where it's just all saws everywhere. It's all saws everywhere plus some enemies every now and then. And it's all for like a puzzle. Well, yeah, I just I don't know. It's I get that like sequel has to be maybe has to be more challenging than the. In which cutscene? In the when I fight in those enemies? Because I can't D&D it. I mean, we already fought them. Or do you mean to gather soul? Because I knew that like after them. Because if it's to gather soul, I mean we didn't particularly need to gather soul because like you would be getting the fountain there. Fuck. If it's to gather their thought process, then I mean I guess you could do it, but like we already did it once. I think we did it. I didn't remember if we did it or not. And I'm a pretty blunt player. I prefer to attack my enemies from the front with my nail. I dodge when I can dodge something. I don't dodge when I cannot dodge something. And I don't use spells very much. Like, spells are not the most useful for me. Mostly because I sometimes fail to use spells in the first place. You know when spells were useful? When I was fighting like second to final boss yesterday in Blasphemous. I was playing Blasphemous yesterday and like spells really like helped me out. I don't remember who NKG is. I don't remember whose name that is. Night King Jr.? I don't know. Oh, Nightmare King Grim. You know, I always said it, but he reminds me a lot of Stolas from Hallelujah Boss. Yeah, I mean, that is sexy, yeah. But yeah, Nightmare King Grim always remind me of Stolas from Husband Hotel. From Hallelujah Boss, that's the name. Sure. At least before the last season of Hallelujah Boss happened. Time to get pegged. Oop. Like, they even like prep in their wrist. I think it's Unbreakable Strength. Fuck. The Thorns one, the one that like if you get attacked, it attacks enemy back. Shaman Crest, the one that allows you more soul, I think. I can check it in a second. I need to like prepare for this like absolute gangbang. Whoop. Fuck. I think so. Awesome. Oh, you kidding me? Oh fuck! I should have healed. I did this mistake twice so far, but hold up. Yeah. So Unbreakable Strength, Quick Slash, Skullcatcher, Thorn of Agony, and Baldur's Show. I used to have Quick Focus instead. Thorns of Agony? I mean, I won't put them at mid. I would put them at like slightly above, because number one, it's 1 cost of a charm, like one charm cost, which is not, you don't have like a lot of substitution for it. Works well with Baldur's Shell, because whenever you attack through Baldur's Shell, Thorns still activate, but doesn't. You don't get the you don't get the penalty of like getting damaged. And like if you want to have Boulder Shell or literally any other two point thing, then my go to either Thorns of Agony, or I would go for Grub Song. Grub Song is useful because, like, again, if you get hit, but so like they're both if you're like me and you get hit. Yeah, so like Grub Song gives you a little bit of soul in return for damage. Thorn of Agony damage the enemy instead. So it's depending on your main focus. Do you want to get more soul from it, or do you want to damage your enemy back in retaliation? I prefer to damage my enemy back, especially with Boulder Shell, but sometimes I pick either Grub Song, or if like there is a boss that like I need to not move for, I go with Steady Body. Or alternatively, I would substitute these two for Quick Focus, but I did not see the need to Quick Focus in couple of recent fights. Yeah, that's fair enough, because you literally just told me like you literally would constantly complain to me that I didn't use, well, not constantly, that's exaggeration, but you would complain to me that I don't use the spells, but I don't use spells enough for soul to matter to me as enough. I just need enough soul to be able to regenerate. I just need soul for regeneration purposes and nothing else. Oop. Okay, I'm straight up not having a good time right now. I think the stream been going on for too long, and I might be getting tired. I think I wanna do, by the end of the stream, I have a couple funky videos I have in my playlist that I'm gonna show, and then I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream. I think that's my plan. Tomorrow I'm gonna be playing Evil Within. After tomorrow I'm playing Evil Within still. After tomorrow I'm playing Hollow Knight Silksong. Then Hollow Knight Silksong again. And then I'm playing Blasphemous 2. We're almost wrapped up with Blasphemous 2, by the way. It feels like there's like almost everything's finished except like the true ending and the bad ending, the true ending, and the DLC ending. So like I'm pretty sure we're able to wrap entirety of Blasphemous 2 on the next stream. And then and if we wrap up with Blasphemous 2, I need to pick something different, something new. After that, on next Sunday, we are coming back to Hollow Knight and Dungeon Pantheon 5 once again. That's probably gonna be the schedule. By the way, have you played Marvel Rivals? I've been playing Marvel Rivals every now and then, and they introduced like a new game mode that's like You don't play Marvel Rivals? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Because they recently had like a Halloween update, and Halloween update is like it's kind of funky, but it had exact it allowed you to like explore new problems. Also, what the problem with though? What's the problem? Your friend plays it? Well, that's great. You should play it with your friend, maybe. I'm not forcing you, but like I do enjoy Marvel Rivals a lot. Pretty good. Like Marvel Rivals' new Halloween update is kind of funky. It's essentially Marvel zombie event where you fight against zombies. With like you get a choice of 4 characters, and there was like I don't remember what event it was, but they had like an event where essentially you get to upgrade characters, right? Like it was like a 6 versus 6 battle where you get to pick characters, 6 random bot-controlled characters, and fight against Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is free. If you don't include microtransactions like do you want the skin? Do you want the cool skin? Do you want like But even then, the skin, there are some skins that are free, some things that are acceptable for free, and some things that you need to pay. So it's like you only need to pay for cool skins sometimes. Sometimes you get to get free cool skins. Yeah. It's but a new event. So essentially, there was an old event where you get to pick 6 characters as like bot-controlled, AI-controlled characters, and they will fight against 6 characters another person picked, and then it's essentially kind of like really weird chess, I guess. And you get to pick like an upgrades for those characters. Like one character gets to do its ult more often, another character gets like enlarged, another character gets more health, stuff like that, right? And one of the complaints I had with that mode is the fact that it was like a very long mode where you didn't essentially get to enjoy all the upgrades. Like you would have the upgrades available, but you wouldn't be using them. It would be like an AI control on them. So, but in the recent new game mode that they did for Halloween, you get to pick one of the 4 characters, and you get to fight using those 4 characters, and you, through playing the game, can upgrade. You can upgrade the character, including, as I said before, make your character bigger, make the ability last longer, make a special additional ability on top of that ability, you know, like all of that stuff. So it's exactly the complaint that I had about the previous game mode getting fixed, because now you no longer like suffer from it. Yeah, I wish they allowed more characters. Because so far you can only have like 4 characters, and like I'm not gonna lie, they're not even the best characters. They're like you have Jeff the Land Shark, who's like usually healer, but like is also despised by almost everybody in the game, because he's like AOE is he eats everybody and like damages them over time, and then gets to spit them out. And usually what every single player playing Jeff the Shark chooses is to spit people out off the cliff. And like only a few characters can like avoid death from that. So people usually like fuck you, Jeff. But they recently like buffed his healing, so like that's good, I guess. Because before he was like mostly like a really shitty DPS. Additionally, other characters you can play in this new game mode is Punisher and Winter Soldier, whose main ability is shoot a gun and keep shooting a gun. That's kind of boring. and also Blade. And Blade ability is shoot a gun, but also he gets to self-heal. Which makes him like a really strong character in both like regular gameplay and like this game mode. Because like essentially the more enemies are around you, the longer you stay alive. Like one-on-one fights suck a lot with Blade in like regular gameplay. But like when you have like 10 people all in a mosh pit together, oh boy, you cannot lose with Blade. You're like getting so much damage done. You get so much damage done and you have like 100% of your HP. Unless somebody throws an AoE, you're like golden. I actually have been playing like Marvel Rivals. Like I started playing Marvel Rivals when it just came out with my friend. And then my friends kind of stopped playing Marvel Rivals for a bit. And I kind of still want to like keep up, so I kept playing it. And now we're like 2 different ranks between me and my friend, and I'm gonna kind of like miss my friend. Because number one, you do like the higher your competitive rank is, the more you kind of need like a second person with you. And like I'm now seeing the struggle of like not having like a person with me, because every now and then we're gonna get like like all player team who just likes to do DPS. Nobody wants to be a tank, nobody wants to be a healer, everybody just wants to be like everybody wants to be just the main damage dealer. That's why. I mean, you can just play like a casual mode, but like you can sometimes want to like play like real fun, like competitive, you know. But then you have like a player who's like, I'm picking Spider-Man and I'll be targeting the healers and I'll also not do any single, and like I'll never get like any kill against like anybody. And it's like, bro, please delete the game. Like I hate players who just like it's not even about like oh, you play Spider-Man, you must be bad. I like tanking bosses. Okay, that's my philosophy. I'm like that's why in Marvel Rivals I play tank so much. Fuck. I'm the kind of guy who like. Yeah, I know I was fast, but it's like. That's not like sorry, I didn't know. I guess I didn't know that's how it worked. Sorry, I guess I didn't know how this game was playing. Like I didn't know you lost mask whenever you tanked an attack. Sometimes I just have dog shit reaction speed, that's the problem. I always had pretty bad reaction speed, so it just doesn't work for me very well. Like I'm more of like learn a moveset kind of guy instead of learn like reactive dodging kind of guy, you know? Why are they disjointed like that? That's weird. The orchestral music is very good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You do get some usability. By the way, I don't know if you like Silksong more or less now, knowing that you're like mainly like a mage build, because technically Hornet has less magic, but it has more magic-like things. Like it has more like special abilities. So you might actually enjoy Silksong more, because you get to like throw out more random bullshit at the enemy. This is the milk. No. That's what they meant when they said sexy milfs in my area. That's what they meant when they said milfs less than 500 meters away. No, 500 meters. That's like almost near my house. To be fair, that's like a 500 meters. That's like next door neighbor. Fuck. It's been a while since we've seen each other, so is this how you want to start with a fight? No love for a student in this martial academy. Ah, well, it could be an error on my end, or I don't know. To be fair, I am like I think I talked about a lot throughout my streaming days here, but like I am using my mobile net. Like my landlord doesn't allow internet, like wired internet. So I am using my mobile phone with unlimited data to like stream and like use internet in general. And so because of that, like stream may lag every now and then because I'm using like a phone. So that could be it, or it could be something else. It's one or the other, or the third. My like a very close friend is planning to move to Germany, and if they do move to Germany, like we plan to like find an apartment together, and that's gonna be the days when I'm finally gonna have like a proper streaming internet instead of a mobile network. No, I live in Germany. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense, right? Like my friend moves to Germany and we're gonna live together. Like that doesn't make sense. It's fucked, I think. Because the music is kind of like very weird. I mean, that's your opinion. I'm not gonna judge you for it. It is your opinion. Oh well, I mean, I guess it is, yeah. In that, yeah, it's deliberately like offbeat because he's like a fucked up little creature. I think that we only need to fight one of them. As long as you defeat one, the other not gonna be like attacking you. Well, to be fair, like it's not like the guy was even like doing a lot. He was like jumping up and striking us down. Fuck. Lucky for us. Fuck. Well, I see an enemy, I attack. I'm sorry, I'm just a very stupid blunt man, okay? I'm not... Hey, to be fair, it's like our third time meeting, okay? Like, this is not the first time. He pulls this trick, he's trying to be nice, and then he attacks you, okay? Like, it's, that's the fucking classic vampire trope, this fucking Dracula motherfucker. I don't even know how far we are. Like, objectively speaking, we should be like, I don't know. Like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think the number of bosses you need to beat is 42. So I'm pretty sure we're like, I don't know, probably 3/4. Maybe you're right. I'm pretty sure for Hollow Knight 5 you need to beat every single boss. You know, like almost every single boss, except like I think the Nosk is the like one of the few bosses that you don't need to beat before you like achieve Radiance. Yeah, fair. Like this is like the first time I got in this far. To be fair, like the previous run, the furthest I got was before the furthest I got was the the guy was his like pet bug. Isn't it kind of fucked up that like some bugs didn't achieve sentience, so you only got you still use them like animals essentially. It's like it's kind of like us with chimps. Like the chimps are still in the zoo, but we're like humans. Fuck, didn't manage to lose this one. Now I don't know if I can beat this guy with like having like a damage like this. Oop. I'm like not very good. That's good enough. Holy shit, what? It took like 1 damage? What? Yeah, at the very least it wasn't like super buff, I guess. No, Nosk? You actually have to fight Nosk? I thought you didn't have to. Yeah, this fuck. Oh, it's flying as well? What the fuck? What the fuck is Nosk? And why... What is this creature even? I assumed he was like there's like this spider in nature that uses corpses of like dead bugs to masquerade as like another species essentially. Yeah, that was a good run. Yeah, I guess so. Like your average fight against Hornet. Hold up. There it is.
Welcome. I do hope that you descend when without complications. Before you begin contributing, I would first like to share a few words about what we expect of you, and in turn, what you can expect of us.
This is
Down here, in the dark, freezing waters of the Arctic,
Kratos.
we stand united on the brink of human knowledge. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do of the bottom of the sea. You may discover things down here that clash.
I don't know if they had it in their trailer or in their name, but they literally had like a description for it, like just like Subnautica and just like what's it called, just like Subnautica. They called it just like Subnautica and just like what was there this game that was like super spooky and it was underwater? I forgot. Just like Soma, Subnautica, and like other like underwater games. I don't remember the name of the underwater horror games. And like it was number one. I mean, I am all for like a new underwater horror game. I'm very
Of the world, things you like to dismiss or
But-
distance yourself from.
Oh wow, this is creepy.
If, or rather, when that happens, I must simply urge you to keep an open mind.
I'm all for underwater horror game. In fact, I had like an idea for underwater horror game. And it feels like very similar from the trailer for me. But I just feel like comparing yourself to another game beforehand is like a little bit too much. You shouldn't like compare yourself to other games. Shouldn't just go like we're just like Soma, we're just like Subnautica. We're just like try to like be like yo, we're different. I just want to show off and like a one fight. This one is fun. I like it. Far West. It's very. But no, it's 4-player co-op. Because I was like, is this going to be out? Because sometimes it looks like a VR. Oh, it's so fun. Like, I really like the unique art style. Because a lot of people will try to make it more realistic. But it's beautiful. And you can playtest it.
Hey, wait a minute, what's going on? Why are we getting back on the bus?
It's time to go, son.
We can't leave. We never met that chick. Damn it. We were supposed to get some.
Settle down, Beavis.
No, I won't
This feels like every single chapter of Chainsaw Man right now, by the way.
settle down. Not this time. Damn it, this always happens. I think I'm gonna score.
At least from a reader from a have you never heard of Chainsaw Man? This is like a character from Chainsaw Man Denji. And like it's animated over what's it called? You heard, okay. It's animated over Beavis and Butthead episode where okay. Well, essentially he like the premise is that like he's like a teenage boy who grew up pretty poor, and then like he gets like an opportunity and he climbs to the top, but then like he suffer like the manga artist for it really likes people suffering. So like the main character suffers a lot, like a lot. And like in the most recent chapters, he was constantly getting waived, like his constant motivation for doing something was getting laid. Fair enough. But like what I'm saying is that in most recent chapters of manga, not anime, manga, he was constantly getting waived the idea of getting laid and that was his like main motivation. Like his main motivation it was getting laid in one way or another throughout the manga, and he was always just getting not lucky. And so the idea here is like in this episode, Beavis and Butthead, like Beavis was like we're never gonna get laid, and that's like him just.
Then I never score. It's not fair. We've traveled 100 miles because we thought we were gonna score, but now it's not gonna happen. Damn it!
Hey, buddy, sit down.
Shut up, asswipe. I'm sick and tired of this. We're never gonna score. It's just not gonna happen. We're just gonna get old like these people, but they've probably scored.
Hey, I'm warning you. Sit down.
It's like this chick's a slut. And look at this guy. He's old, but he's probably scored 1,000,000 times.
Oh, yeah.
But not us. We're never gonna score. We're never gonna score. We're never gonna
All right,
score.
that's it, numbnuts. What's more of a
Yeah, from this guy. All overall, no, I mean like the premise of the manga isn't deliberately like sex. Well, it is kind of relatable to me, like because like every now and then I'm like I'll never get a score. I open I don't know, I open Tinder or Bumble and there's like a robot who's like do message me on Telegram for some spicy videos, and I'm like I'm never gonna score. But I more want to talk about Chainsaw Man. The premise of Chainsaw Man is not about simply like having sex. I actually don't know what like overall point would be. I mean, I guess like the artist is really fucked up, so like it's hard to describe. He like one time described how he number one time he described how like a girl in high school knocked over his bike in front of him and then like teased him for it, and he like got massive boner from that, and he described how he was super happy from that, and I'm like, dude, that's if this is who's writing this manga, we're cooked. We're so cooked. But like one of his previous series called Fire Punch, the premise is essentially guy taking revenge on people, and he's like entire life is like constant suffering. Um, there is like another one about like a girl dying from like leukemia or something, and like essentially a guy making a video trying to like no is it am I correct about that one? Hold on a second. Fucking yeah, you have manga Fire Punch. Well, it's by the same author, so Chainsaw Man author. I'm trying to remember what all the art, what all the what all he made. Career. Oh. You're just gonna Google his name. Mangas. Anime Planet, the best source. So Goodbye Eri. Yeah, if I remember, Goodbye Eri is the one about like a girl dying essentially, and the guy recording her. Oh, with mother dying, Yuta attempts to capture her last days on his phone. After her death, Yuta heads to Rufo Hospital to commit suicide, but meeting with strange girl leads him to paths of making a movie. Yeah, exactly. That's the idea. Then he made Fire Punch about guy being not so lucky, and now he's making Chainsaw Man. Look back. Fujino is a fourth grader who draws manga strip school newspaper. Her art makes her a star of the class, but one day she's told by Kiyomoto student who refuses to come to school would also like to submit a manga for paper. Okay. Yeah, a lot of them are drama, essentially. This entry currently doesn't have a synopsis. Great. Just listen to the song. I have no idea. Anyway, on this note, we're gonna be wrapping up. Tomorrow, Evil Within. After tomorrow, Evil Within yet again. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Especially you. You for sticking around, chatting. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.